Thank you, sir. Good afternoon to all esteemed delegates from IT industry and different wakes of society of Bihar, esteemed panelists. Before I start to deliberate on IT investment in Bihar or prospects of IT investment in Bihar, I would like to apprise this House in 3 or 4 slides only that in IT policy that is already in place for last 3 years, what is all that is available for IT industry as incentives, as government initiative to invite investment in Bihar. I think for panelists also it would be very interesting to know that we already have a very good IT policy in place. Sir, there are a few very important points about that the government of Bihar has already provision to provide it to any entrepreneur establishing his IT shop in Bihar. First, 100%, I will just read it out in 2-3 minutes. 100% exemption in stamp duty and registration fee in lease, sale or transfer of land. Reimbursement of 30% of the fee paid for the technical know-how. If you take know-how from anybody in the country or abroad, it can be reimbursed by government of Bihar up to a limit of 30%. For small units, it is limited to 15 lakhs. And for large and medium units, it is limited to 30 lakhs. Then another interesting point is incentive or grant on plant and machinery for captive power generation or diesel generator set. You know that any IT industry necessarily needs the power backup, and government of Bihar has provision 50% subsidy or 50% incentive on plant and machinery cost of the captive power generation or diesel generation. And in case the power backup is provided through non-conventional sources, it is 60%. Very, very important subsidy on capital investment to a tune of 20%. I believe that none of the state government in the country has got such a attractive subsidy for IT investment, and that is up to capital subsidy limit is raised to ₹3 crores in case of projects creating employment for 100 citizens in hardware manufacturing, 500 citizens in case of IT projects or units, and 1000 citizens in case of ITES projects. Or attracting any investment of ₹50 crores or more. So you can imagine that if you are putting up a unit with investment of around 10 crore or 20 crore rupees, you can very well reach, ideally is around 10 crore rupees, and then 3 crore rupees straight away capital in the form of capital subsidy you can gain. Of course, out of these 10 crores, there would be a huge amount, good amount about the power backup, etc. also. There also you can have 50% or 60% subsidy. Then in case of output tax, being adjusted under entry tax, the amount paid under the head of entry tax will be included within the 80% reimbursement of that amount. CST, only 1% would be charged. Zero VAT, up to a maximum utilization of 70% of the installed capacity. For participation in international events, 30% subsidy in respect of install rent. No location restriction for companies that uses power up to 5 kVA. 25% rebate in power tariff for 3 years, limited to an amount of ₹30 lakhs. This is another big subsidy. 100% exemption on luxury tax and electricity duty for 7 years, and 100% exemption on land and land conversion fee. These are the most important subsidies in terms of IT policy which is already existent in Bihar. Now, beyond this, government of Bihar is actively considering a rent-free policy whereby we can invite the new entrepreneurs to establish their shop in Bihar, and rent accommodation, rent-free accommodation up to a period of 3 years would be provided. Of course, that has not, that has been given only a kind of in principle approval by cabinet, but a principle has to be still evolved, and Niyamavali has yet to be passed for that, and probably IT department will be doing it very soon. So with this background, what is available already in ICT investment policy, now I'd like to put up my views before you, and I would request Principal Secretary Sir to allow me to, the chair of the session, to allow me to raise questions, to put up questions, though I am also a panelist, but I would, instead of suggesting something, I would like to raise questions to the panelists, because fortunately, बिहार में जिन चीज़ों में इन्वेस्टमेंट की अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हैं, उस क्षेत्र से जुड़े हुए सभी एमिनेंट लोग लकीली बाय चांस इस सेशन में अवेलेबल हैं. मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं कि बिहार में दो सेक्टर सबसे महत्वपूर्ण हैं. एक एग्रीकल्चर, व्हाट वी हैव इन अबंडेंस. वी हैव एग्रीकल्चर इन अबंडेंस एंड वी हैव मैन पावर इन अबंडेंस. Manpower can be utilized for IT and IT related investment industries in the best way, and agriculture is anyway our bread and butter. Bihar is primarily an agri state, and sure.
May I take the pleasure of inviting Shri SP Sinha ji, who is with us, who is heading the CIA chapter here. Kindly give an applause, please. And I think when we are talking about IT investment, उनके न होने से ये पैनल अधूरा होता. तो I think अतुल जी, अब आपके जो सवाल है और इम्पोर्टेंट हो जाएंगे.
तो मैं बता रहा था कि बिहार में दो ही महत्वपूर्ण क्षेत्र हैं, एग्रीकल्चर और लार्ज ह्यूज मैन पावर होने की वजह से आईटी और आईटी रिलेटेड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर्स. और इत्तेफाक से प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी त्रिपुरारी शरण सर के पास दोनों ही विभाग उपलब्ध हैं, एग्रीकल्चर भी और आईटी भी. इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूं कि ये पैनल बहुत लकी है. फ्रॉम द अदर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, जो आईटी फील्ड में इन्वेस्टमेंट्स की रिक्वायरमेंट है, वहां पे मैं एसटीपीआई के डीजी यहां पे अवेलेबल हैं, एंड मुझे ये मालूम है और आप सब लोगों को भी पता होगा कि बेंगलोर में जो आईटी के फील्ड में जो भी डेवलपमेंट हुए और इनिशियली जिस तरह से इन्वेस्टमेंट वहां पे आए, उसमें एसटीपीआई ने कितना मेजर रोल प्ले किया है. इनफैक्ट ऑल द इंक्यूबेशन, द इनिशियल इंडस्ट्रीज of IT field started setting up only in STPI Bangalore. I have been there, I have seen that STPI Bangalore set up, and therefore we are fortunate that DG STPI is also available here. And I would like to pose this question to him, sir, that what you have done to Bangalore 15 years back, what it will take to do it, to repeat it in Bihar. What will you need it, what support would you need from government of Bihar to repeat the same story? Sir, we may be lagging by 10-15 years, but believe me, we will pick up it very fast, pick it up very, very fast. And therefore my question to you is, sir, that what kind of support that from the people of Bihar, from the government of Bihar, you need to repeat the same story here, same story of development here. My next point is about the people of Bihar. Everybody would agree here that we have abundant number of youths burgeoning with power, youths burgeoning with energy, but unfortunately lacking with the proper finishing schools, with proper training to get converted into a useful lot of human resource. They are manpower, but they are not human resource. They are yet to be converted into human resource. And here comes the role of CDAC. And we are fortunate that Executive Director CDAC is available here. And we would like to know from you, sir, that CDAC has been doing a pioneering job in creating very, very high skilled manpower across the country. Everybody would appreciate that the engineers, the professionals that are being produced by CDAC in their Pune center, in their Bangalore center, in their Hyderabad center are one of the best in the lot. They are getting the best employment in the country, in the most highly advanced technology field. Sir, what it will take CDAC to establish such important, such useful institution here, whereby we can convert our manpower into human resource. That
it will take our persistence and perseverance.
and definitely, sir, that is very important. But then, because Executive Director himself is present here, what it will take from the people of Bihar and from the government of Bihar to create such a center here, or not one center, rather multiple centers, that we can convert our manpower into human resource, actually highly trained, highly skilled human resource. We are fortunate that academician from IIM Ahmedabad is also available here, and as I have already taken permission from the chair of the session to raise and pose questions to every panel member, every member of the panel, my question to academician Professor Sinha is that we have got very good IT policy in place. In fact, 1 year back, as ICT committee, we have been traveling to Bangalore and other places. We have been giving our presentation that what we are already having in our IT policy, and everybody, wherever, at least a dozen of places, we gave our presentation to different manufacturing association, semiconductor association, and whatnot. And they're in Bangalore, their commerce association, their industries association, everywhere we gave this presentation, that what we have to offer to the entrepreneurs with us in IT policy. Everybody said that your ICT policy is excellent. It is offering unmatched advantages to an entrepreneur. But unfortunately, I have no hesitation in accepting that not much headway have been made in last 1 year when we started this journey, and we could not have much investment coming into Bihar. So from academia perspective, I mean, whenever all the required ingredients are in place and still something is not taking off, as I'm not producing expected results, we always look towards the academia and premium institutions like IIM Ahmedabad to analyze, to investigate that what is actually missing. There must be some missing link which we are probably not able to see from our side. I would request you, sir, that if you have any idea, I mean, IIM Ahmedabad has been the incubation center for so many ideas, for suggesting industry, for suggesting governments, so many views, so many ways in which desired results can be achieved in more than one ways. I would request you to throw some light, in case you can, that what we should do more to attract investment in Bihar. From industry side, representing CII, Mr. S.P. Sinha is present. He happens to be one of the members of the ICT core committee also. And we have definitely been pondering at many platforms, at many issues, many places, that what more to be done and what should be done to invite investment in Bihar in the field of IT. And he has always some good ideas to suggest it to the government. Of course, many things we could take forward, many things are still lacking to be taken forward. Because IT secretary is present here, I would like him to use it as a proper forum to present the requirement of industry side, from industry side, to develop the IT industry, to invite investment in IT industry. I think by posing these questions, I have done my share of job, and I would rather wait or look for the answers from the panel members, and after that, if time permits or chair permits me, then I would like to react. Thank you.